7:33 on this Friday morning, the day after a lot of nastiness. Good morning, Gene. Gene?
Yes.
Oh, I thought maybe you got blown away.
No, I thought I did too.
And you survived the big blow?
As best as I could. I had to wash my hair 3 times to get all the rocks out of it.
Yeah, and the leaves and everything.
And the leaves and the pieces of wood and things like that. So, hey, we're good now.
Yeah, it was nasty up in the north end.
That's what that I heard. It's always, if it's one direction, well, it's worse the other direction, that kind of thing.
Well, I think this one was a nonpartisan situation because it was really bad in Mexicali. It was one of those big, a 3 or 4 story building that a part of it blew off.
Oh, you're kidding!
Blew down. Yeah, they had that on the Facebook. So there was a lot of damage in Mexicali. I think they had some rain as well. And we had rain in some areas. In Calapat, there was rain, a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of rain.
Mm-hmm.
Brawley was just, you couldn't see anything. I was in a good group of cars when I was driving through Brawley, because when it got to where the visibility was nothing, everybody pulled over at the same time.
That's good. So they just sat there for a while?
Like we were all coordinated, yeah. And then when the visibility started to come back, we all pulled back into the lane.
Yeah, Gloria was coming back from San Diego late yesterday afternoon, and she pulled over just past the Drew Road into that rest stop. Perfect place to be. And she was there. And then she went around visiting with the people at the rest stop and encouraging them to turn their radios to
there you go.
Kxo AM 1230.
Our PR person on the highway.
Yeah. So they did, and so I think that passed the time.
Yeah, well, sure. Whatever works. It was we had a very, very frightened 5-year-old until we just explained to him that it was just a bunch of dust. The Earth wasn't coming to an end.
Yeah, just a bunch of dirt.
A lot of dirt. Then he wanted to get out in it. We couldn't have that. But I got, like I said, I got hit in, I went to Brawley, went to Walmart for an order that I had ordered at Walmart to pick up.
Yeah.
And the guys actually came out there and delivered the stuff without any hesitation. I thought they were going to call me and say, wait for a little bit. But they came out, and they're troopers.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good. No, I saw them blow by and headed north. So.
Yeah, and they settled in right there in Brawley. Yeah, it was just visibility was horrible. I was gonna stop off at my granddaughter's house and couldn't find it. It was all, couldn't see nothing.
Yeah, the visibility was
terrible.
Something else.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a big story coming up that you're going to update us on.
We're going to go through all of that stuff. Well, right now we got some birthdays to get to.
Birthdays we got to do.
These people just get angry if you forget their birthdays. They're the big shot people,
Yeah.
TV personality. It says she's a personality. It also says that she's a comedian. I don't find her funny at all, and I'm not critical of her political beliefs. Joy Behar, 80 years old today, which explains that she's old. Anyway, it's her birthday. Drummer Kevin Godley of 10cc, he's 77 today. And we have musician John Mellencamp, 71 today. Guitarist Ricky Phillips of Styx is 71. Mary Badham, To Kill a Mockingbird. She was in that. She's 70 years old. Tico Torres. Remember Tico Torres? Bon Jovi's drummer.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I remember the name. I don't remember a whole lot about it.
Well, it's an unusual name, so that's
Tico
right.
Torres. Yeah, he's they're from New Jersey. He's 69 today. Trapper John M.D. Christopher Norris. He was the father in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 67 today. Cellist Yo-Yo Ma, which I always thought was a joke, but apparently that's his real name.
That's his real name.
He's 67. Judy Landers. She was really big in the 70s. Yeah, she's 64 today. She was in Vegas, BJ and the Bear, and all kinds of stuff. She a guitarist, and you haven't heard from her since then. Guitarist Charlie Marinkovich of Iron Butterfly. He's 63. They're the Inagata-Devita guys. Paula Newsom of Chicago Med and Barry is 61. And I think we just got a couple of more. Allison Mune of One Tree Hill is 48. Omar Miller of was in Unicorn and CSI Miami, 44. And that's pretty much it. That's our big shots for today. We've got a whole bunch of local people. You ready for them?
I'm ready.
Well, we got them in just a minute.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Alfredo Martinez, Sarah Sampson, Gloria Hernandez, Nicole Meraz, Trina Spence, Susie Kwan, Susan Urias, Tina Vargas, Veronica Medina, Efrain Valencia. We have William Hickey, Cindy Gonzalez, Teresa Ramos, Francis Estrada, Melissa Dorame, Terry Cooper, Frankie Valenzuela, Joan Salgado, Miguel Ortega, Olivia Beltran, Pamela Fonseca, Sheila Routbort, and Angela Vasquez. Happy birthday to each and every one. Wedding anniversary today, Mike and Irene Torres. Happy anniversary to you guys.
Hello, I'm Camila Marquez. We were wondering if you could vote for a dad named George Marquez. Hi, my name is Mia Marquez, and my dad is running for district attorney. He is a great dad. That's why I think he will be a great district attorney. And he protects people. Remember to vote for George Marquez this November 8. He will keep our families safe. Don't forget to vote! Vote George Marquez for district attorney.
Paid for by the committee to elect George Marquez for District Attorney 2022.
And it is now time for the World and California News headlines. We're going to save a little time, Gene, because there's no California news. But we do have the World News headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales and service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
CBS News Brief. Stocks are slumping after this morning's report from the Labor Department showing the economy is cooling. Bankrate's Mark Hamrick.
With the unemployment rate slipping back to the historic low of 3.5%, hiring cooled during the month, the lowest since the same number of jobs added to payrolls in April of last year.
Dow down 437. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has just declared a state of emergency over the influx of asylum seekers sent to the city from Texas and other border states.
We now have a situation where more people are arriving in New York City than we can immediately accommodate, including families with babies and young children.
President Biden startled attendees at a fundraiser in New York last night when he said Vladimir Putin's nuclear threats mean a prospect of Armageddon. Expert Joe Cirincione.
We should take Vladimir Putin at his word. This is not a bluff.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
And your world headlines have been brought to you this hour by Lock Air Conditioning. For your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today, 760-353-4501.
Can we talk? Better yet, let me talk, you listen, and pay attention, because I'm going to tell you about the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. The Peanut Patch, so many great things, such a great place to visit. Well, take a trip to Yuma and visit the Peanut Patch. You're going to love their chocolates, so many of them homemade right there at the Peanut Patch. Google the Peanut Patch, follow directions, and enjoy. What a great place to visit, the Peanut Patch. Great place to pick up gifts for your friends, too. Yeah, and they will ship almost anywhere in the universe. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Thank you for listening.
And it is now time for page one of the local news. A service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. With page one of the local news, here's Gene.
Well, if you noticed last night, there was a storm and it brought a lot of dust and high winds. George Gale is going to explain to us more.
The winds were very high, 61 mile per hour winds. Tree limbs and other debris was strewn all over the streets and even the freeways. Power outages all over the place in Imperial Valley from Calexico all the way to Brawley. Calexico, and there are reports that the power was out throughout the day and for quite a while last night. Parts of Heber as well were affected by power outages. Roadways that are still affected, the Cloak Road west of Cole Road in Calexico is still closed this morning, and Ogleby Road from Highway 78 to Interstate 8 also closed this morning, according to the California Highway Patrol. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, smash and grab, you've heard that term before, was caught on video. It happened at a jewelry store in Calexico. The suspects were caught on the store video. One was armed with a sledgehammer and the other with a handgun. One of the suspects smashed the displays case with the hammer, taking thousands of dollars of jewelry. The other suspect held 2 employees at gunpoint. The Calexico Police Department is asking for the public assistance in identifying the suspects in the brazen daylight robbery. Anyone with any information is asked to contact the Calexico Police Department. The suspects are considered armed and dangerous, and you should not approach or contact them. The Calexico Police Officer Association has posted the video of the robbery on social media. KXO News Time, 7:46.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires, guaranteed. We're talking the finest names in tires: Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlap, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. Check the prices, then talk to your Quick Lane service advisor. He will give you the best price, guaranteed. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall.
In other local news, COVID cases continue to decline. George Gale filed this story.
The COVID update was released Thursday morning. COVID numbers are provided by the County Public Health Department. Latest numbers indicate there are currently 156 active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. That's a decrease from the 193 cases reported on Tuesday. The other numbers remain pretty much unchanged. Deaths attributed to the virus still at 955. COVID-19 tier metrics for Imperial County unchanged. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The CBP San Diego field office ended September with some big seizures. The Customs and Border Protection San Diego field office includes Imperial County. 2 of the major seizures at the end of September were in our county. One was at Calexico East Port of Entry. A woman was arrested after CBP officers seized 56 packages of fentanyl weighing over 74 pounds and 5 packages of methamphetamine. The other seizure was at the Calexico West Port of Entry. A man was arrested after CBP officers found 31 packages of fentanyl in the vehicle he was driving. The narcotics was discovered with the use of a K9 team and imaging systems at the port. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And it is page 2 of the local news. With page 2, here again is Gene.
El Centro police in the news say there was an attempted kidnapping. There is an investigation, and it is finished. Here's more on that story.
On September 11th, a juvenile reported an attempted kidnapping near 2000 South Cottonwood in El Centro. Juvenile claimed 2 males pulled her into a dark SUV. A juvenile reportedly escaped and called 911. El Centro Police Department says officers and detectives conducted a thorough and extensive investigation in response to that call. They obtained numerous surveillance videos from the surrounding area, interviewed residents in the area to locate potential witnesses, and conducted a series of interviews with the juvenile. After a careful and exhaustive examination of the evidence, they determined the incident was unfounded. They claim of the juveniles were false, and no attempted kidnapping of the juvenile had ever taken place. Police thank the El Centro residents and the Child Protective Services for their assistance in that investigation. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The El Centro Fire Department will have an open house. It's an annual event. It'll be held on this Saturday as a celebration of the National Fire Prevention Week. This year is the 100th anniversary, the nation's longest-running public health observance for the event. The theme of the open house this year is Fire Won't Wait. Plan your escape. Fire Prevention Week is from October the 9th through October the 15th. The theme reinforces the critical importance of developing a home escape plan and practice it often. The open house Saturday is from 9 till noon. It'll be held at the fire station number 3. That's 1910 North Waterman Avenue in El Centro. The open house is free to all and will include tours of the fire station, the kids' safety house experience, hands-only CPR static displays, rescue demonstrations, the California Paramedic Foundation's Safety City, and a visit from Sparky the Fire Dog. And finally, in the news, Caltrans to close a portion of Highway 98. George Gale has more.
It is scheduled to happen today from 9 a.m. until 12 noon. Highway 98 will be closed from Ollie Avenue to Highway 111. It'll be a full closure for those 3 hours. Detours will be in place. The closure is for barrier placement. Caltrans says the maintenance work schedule is subject to change, however, due to weather, traffic incidents, or other maintenance considerations. So far, they have not announced any changes in those plans. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Here's George Gale with a weather update.
The high temperature yesterday, 85 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 72. Wind gusts in yesterday's dust storm up to 61 miles per hour. National Weather Service says periodic thunderstorm chances will continue through early next week as a low-pressure system stalls over the Gulf of California. While shower and storm chances and coverage may vary more significantly on a daily basis, gusty thunderstorm outflow winds will be far more common. Meanwhile, temperatures will remain near normal through next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 96. Winds will be calm. Tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 75. Calm winds continuing. Saturday, sunny skies. Highs right near 93. East to northeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now, we are looking at 70 degrees, 73% the relative humidity.
Follow all the action of Friday Night Football on Kxo AM 1230. Join me and John Driffel as we bring you the best weekly matchup featuring the Southwest Eagles or the Central Spartans. High school football is live on AM 1230 and on the Kxo YouTube channel. It's brought to you by
McNeese Mart at Dogwood and Main in El Centro, La Fonda Bar and Grill, and the Imperial Valley College.
And it is now sports time. The Sports World Roundup is brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. High school football, there were 2 Thursday night games. Imperial defeated Holtville 41-7. That's the game you heard on the KXO YouTube channel. And Central defeated Kxo 34-14. Today, there's a couple of more games. Southwest at Brawley, that'll be on the KXO AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Calipatria will be at Palo Verde. Vincent Memorial has the bye. NFL football last night, it was the Colts and the Broncos, a game that was heard on 1230 KXO. The Colts beat the Broncos in overtime, 12-9. This weekend, we will have the Sunday night game. KXO AM 1230 will feature the Bengals at the Ravens. And Monday night football on FM 107.5, Raiders at the Chiefs, FM 107.5, of course, the Raiders station for the Imperial Valley.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And Major League Baseball, the season is over. Now it's playoff time. Playoffs start today, the wild card playoffs, best out of 3 series. It starts tonight. Tampa Bay and Cleveland, they have the first game. Second game is Philadelphia at St. Louis. Third game is Seattle at Toronto. And the fourth game, about 5 o'clock this evening, San Diego Padres take on the New York Mets. And in the NBA, the preseason is underway. The Hawks beat the Bucks 123-113. Heat over the Nets 109-80. Thunder got by the 36ers. That's from Australia, 131-98. Magic defeated the Spurs 102-99. Maccabi, I don't know if that's another. I don't know where they're from, but anyway, the Trailblazers beat them 138-85. Timberwolves beat the Lakers by a score of 114-99. In the world of golf, 3 are tied for the lead after the first round at the Live Golf in Thailand. Richard Bland, Brandon Grace, and Eugenio Lopez Chacarra all at top of the leaderboard. In golf, Jody Ewart Shadoff leads the LPGA Mediheal Championship after shooting a 64. In tennis, Nick Kyrgios is out of the Japan Open with an injury. He had to withdraw. Taylor Fritz advanced to the Japan Open semifinals. And on the women's side, Alicia Parks reaches their first WTA quarterfinal with an upset victory in Czechoslovakia. And in college football, Alabama Crimson Tide among the schools not to disclose nil data. They didn't provide any. And we've got that's a look at sports. Sports World Roundup is brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And your financial news brought to you this morning by Southwest Security. Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers a live scan fingerprinting to the public. In the financial world, it was Wall Street's main indexes opened lower this morning as solid job growth and a drop in unemployment rate last month pointed to a tight labor market, giving more room for the Federal Reserve to stick to a big-sized interest rate hikes later on. A Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 241.7 points. The S&P 500 fell 37.8 points, and NASDAQ dropped 196.0 points.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
And your the financial news has been brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. It's 8 o'clock at KXO, El Centro, California.
So the participation. Hourly wages are up by 5% from a year ago. That's just not enough for any worker to contend with the overall inflation rate, which is more than 8%.
And gas prices are moving higher again. Patrick DeHaan of GasBuddy.com says there will be financial and possible political impact.
With gas prices going up as Americans enter the voting booths, it could be a stark reminder that gas prices are a very high priority for your average American.
At a New York City fundraiser, President Biden said he doesn't think Vladimir Putin is joking about possibly using tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine. Nuclear expert Joe Cirincione.
We should take Vladimir Putin at his word. This is not a bluff. But Joe Biden gets it. He understands that there's no way to use a nuclear weapon and not risk Armageddon.
Human rights groups in Russia and Ukraine and a jailed activist in Belarus share this year's Nobel Peace Prize.
Together, they demonstrate the significance of civil society for peace and democracy.
Well, sources tell CBS News the FBI and IRS believe there's enough evidence to bring charges against President Biden's son Hunter in a tax case and gun purchase. Former Deputy Attorney General Harry Litman says that decision now is up to a U.S. attorney in Delaware.
He's got to make that final call under the principles of federal prosecution, not the initial call that the FBI has made in gathering evidence.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams has declared a state of emergency with more than 17,000 migrants now there, many sent by bus from Texas.
Once the asylum seekers from today's buses are provided shelter, we will surpass the highest number of people in recorded history in our city's shelter system.
Las Vegas police say a man who's in custody used a kitchen knife to kill 2 people and injure 6 on the Strip. For visitors, it's unsettling.
I come to Vegas all the time, and usually we feel like pretty safe, but now these things happening.
Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 380 points. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Moments like watching my grandson steal second mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
The world's oldest dog has died.
Her Instagram account says Pebbles, a 4-pound fox terrier, died peacefully at her home in South Carolina. She was just months shy of her 23rd birthday. Her owners say she celebrated her 22nd, which earned her a place in Guinness World Records ranks in May, with a bubble bath and a plate of ribs. Pebbles was predeceased by her partner Rocky, who died in 2016. They had 32 puppies and enjoyed listening to country music together. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Well, today, on Vladimir Putin's 70th birthday, some leaders of former Soviet nations met in St. Petersburg, and the leader of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, presented the Russian president with a gift certificate for a tractor. Tractors have been a symbol of agriculture in Belarus for decades. It's not clear how Putin reacted to the gift. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Okay, from the start.
The acerola cherries.
Alfalfa leaf, aloe vera, apples, banana.
Beets, bell pepper, broccoli, blueberries, blackberries, cranberry.
We make Texas Superfood from 55 raw, vine-ripened fruits and vegetables.
Pineapple, sweet potato, papaya, parsley, pear, peach.
In a capsule or a powder, one daily dose of Texas Superfood delivers the healthy benefits of 55. Count them, 55 fresh fruits and vegetables, and you can see them all on TexasSuperfood.com.
Raspberry, spinach, the nutrients that we need on a daily basis.
Thousands of people benefit from taking Texas Superfood every day. Shouldn't you be one of them? Doctors, pharmacists, nurses, and your grandmother all recommend that you eat more fruits and vegetables every day. So if you can't, won't, or don't, Texas Superfood is made for you.
TexasSuperfood.com. It's borderline shocking how much energy I have. I hope you use me for the TexasSuperfood.com.
Join us on TexasSuperfood.com.
TexasSuperfood.com.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment.